Hello and welcome to today's tips and tricks. We are very excited to be here, and by we, I mean myself, Tim Sessions, the Director of Client Services, as well as Ryan Garcia, who is on the support side. Together, we will be going through this presentation. I'll be presenting, Ryan will be answering questions and chats on the back end. So to start out, the first thing that I want to talk about is the Q&A. So if you have a question, this happens every time we get a question in the chat. Now, in order for the question to be beneficial to everybody, go ahead and ask that in the Q&A portion of the dashboard. That way we can address it. You know, if Ryan wants to answer it during the call, then that's what he's here for, or he'll mark it and we'll answer it live on air as well. So that's how we want to handle questions on this call. So we appreciate your cooperation and we definitely appreciate you all being here. We hope that you are happy, healthy, and safe. Can't believe it's already the end of October. The weather where we're at in Utah has really dropped. We actually got our first snow, which is somewhat rare for where we're at, but we are rolling right through 2020. So let's talk about the agenda real quick. Of course, we have our Enter to Win. We give away $100 on every single webinar that we do. Ryan will throw that link in the chat, or if you want to manually type it in, it's there on the screen. So go ahead and make sure that you enter that before the end of the call. That way we can award a lucky winner. We like it when you all test out our promotions. We also have our 2021 promotions calendar available. Most of you have probably discovered that, but if not, we'll show you where to find it. We also are extending the football season by adding the Pro Football Playoffs Challenge, which is available now for you to sign up for. And then, of course, we have our Home for the Holidays deadline. So we're going to talk about that. I want to highlight a few promotions, and I want to address something that we still see as a common issue when setting up contests, and that is linking your Ulinks back to your website rather than our campaign.aptivada.com site. We want you to get all of that traffic. Then, of course, we'll tease this a little bit in the emails and the invites. We have a new network active promotions reporting tool, and I want to show you where that is. We've also made reporting available to all accounts as well. And then, of course, in closing, we'll wrap it up with a few more announcements. So without further ado, let's get going. So our 2021 National Promotion Calendar is now live on Idea Studio. That's ideas.aptivada.com. And we've already been getting a few questions about when the materials for each of those promotions will be live to download on Idea Studio. And we talked to our promotions director here at Aptivada, and they made mention that the standard is 2 months prior to the launch of the contest. That's when those materials will be available to download. So a couple of ones to look forward to at the turn of the year is the New Year, New Cash sweepstakes and the big game score, meaning guess the Super Bowl. But of course, we can't say that word. So the big game score, those are the two that are coming up here very soon. All right, the Pro Football Playoff Challenge. Let's give you a little detail on that. It runs from the January 9th, 2021 to January 24th, 2021. So you want to make sure that you're signed up and ready to go by the 8th of January. Now, this one is different than our Pro Football Playoff Challenge that we're running right now, where we don't actually supply a prize. This one, we're just supplying the contest execution and the generic images. But of course, it's a great way to tie in sponsorships, keep the season going. You know, if you've just have your sponsors bought into the regular season, maybe that's something that you can extend to them as an additional add-on. So yeah, Pro Football Challenge, the signups for that closes on the 8th of January, but they are open now on our Idea Studio, if that's something you'd like to participate in. Let's see. Oh no, I deleted my Home for the Holidays graphic off of my slide. I think it's somewhere in the trash. I'm sorry about that. But the most important point that I want to make right now is that the deadline to sign up is this Friday. So 10/30/2020. So make sure that you are all signed up for Home for the Holidays. All right, let's do a couple of contest shout outs. I dug into our contests and found a few that I personally liked and wanted to talk about. The first one is win a set of Como. I hope I say that right. I'm not familiar with these tires, but win a set of Como tires from Tire Buyer. That's a tongue twister. But I thought this was really relevant, especially where I live in Utah. People are looking to switch out tires. I'm looking to switch out tires on my wife's Nissan Rogue, and I know that it's not going to be cheap. So I really like this one. It appealed to me personally, but it was a unique enough prize that I thought I would highlight it. This is one of the first tire giveaway contests that I've personally seen, and I've been here for quite some time. I'm sure there's been several over the years, but what I liked about this is the prominence of the Tire Buyer logo. Also, you have an opportunity down there below the entry form to browse the tires on their website. And as you can see, with no pun intended, it's gotten quite a bit of traction. Entries are just over 4,000. Email opt-ins to Tire Buyer are 820 plus. And the reason why there's plus is because it's live right now. So those numbers are likely to increase. So simple enter to win, awesome prize, awesome engagement. Oh no. Stand by just 1 second. I am going to try to solve this issue here right now because that would not be good if I can't show you the presentation. I got a little zealous with deleting my graphics, so that's going to be interesting. Let me just drop this graphic in here. You guys are seeing a live edit right now on Tips and Tricks. This is a first for me, so thank you so much for your patience. Let's see if we got everything out. Okay, let's go ahead and present this again. All right, I think we're good to go. Thank you so much for bearing with me. This one I thought was clever. Oh, it looks like it actually doubled the graphic because it was able to pull it in there. Okay, this one I thought was good. Ignore how the graphic is duplicated there. That was, again, user error. But this one I thought was clever because it's called He Said, She Shed. So of course, everything has its opposite. So we hear about man caves, and now we're hearing more and more about she sheds. So the sponsor on this one was West Creek Structures. And again, this one appealed to me because currently at Aptivata, we are working from home. We're still hunkering down for the remainder of 2020. And I've been interested in building an alternative office somewhere outside of my home, of course, still on my property. And I thought that this was a cool idea, maybe giving a special someone the opportunity to win their own space that is outside of the home, but still at home. So you're practicing that social distancing, quarantine, and maybe that she shed is just what people are looking for to escape the everyday situation that's going on inside their homes. Because of course, I think we're all feeling kind of cooped up right now. Anyway, this one is syndicated across several stations in a market, and there's over 8,000 entries, approaching 9,000, and opt-ins for those stations are increasing by the day, and currently is at just over 2,000. So. And of course, nothing is normal anymore. So if you're going to hold a car show, why not make it virtual? Nice thing about this is you can do it from the convenience of your own home. You can show off your pride and joy. And this virtual car show currently accepted 365 submissions, and voting is happening right now. So they're approaching 2,000 votes on this virtual car show. It's great. This is a classic, I believe it's classic rock or classic music station that is hosting this. So these classic cars fit right in to that demographic there. So virtual car show, anything virtual is definitely on trend, as they say right now. And then, of course, nominate an outstanding teacher of the week, somebody to feature weekly. I've seen this quite a bit across various accounts that use Aptivata, but a weekly teacher nomination is something great for the community to rally around. This one, I believe, just launched. So, you know, the nomination process is a little bit more involved, so you might not see as many entries as you would on a simple enter to win giveaway, but they've crossed the 50 nominations mark. So it sounds like there's plenty of teacher of the weeks to choose from. And of course, they have a sponsor tied in there, Hudson Furniture. So I thought this was a great idea. You know, if anyone has had to adapt to the new normal, it is our teachers across our communities. So wanted to highlight that one as well. All right, I want to address something that that I've been seeing in contest setup, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware. Most likely, if you're on this call, this might not be something that you have an issue with, but just in case, we're going to go really quick back to Aptivata Back to the Basics 101. And of course, if you find yourself lost at any time during this presentation, because we do like to do a little bit of a deeper dive on our tips and tricks, we do host a monthly Back to the Basics, and I'll have Ryan throw that link right into the chat as well. And you can register for that. So if you're new around here, if it's been a while and you need a Back to the Basics webinar to get your feet wet, then that is available. That's coming up this Thursday at 4 p.m. and I'll announce it one more time at the end of this call. But back to the basics, linking Ulinks. This is something that we try to show each time that we train individuals or groups on our products. So I want to make sure that you're aware of what I'm talking about. So I'm actually going to jump right into the admin here and make sure that we're sharing. And I'm going to go into our current tips and tricks contest. And every contest comes with its own smart link or Ulink. It's if you've been around for a while, you might start calling them Ulinks, but you know, they're referred to as a smart link as well. And what this link does is it redirects traffic to wherever you point it to. So right now, this Ulink is not connected to anything. So if I click it, it's going to take me to a campaign.aptivata.com page. And of course, you know, we enjoy the traffic. We don't obviously prosper off of any sort of traffic that you send our way. So what we want to make sure you're doing is redirecting that traffic back to your site. Now, there are a few accounts that are set up where this is happening automatically. You don't even have to think about the Ulink, but for the majority of our clients, you want to make sure that you're pointing that Ulink back to your website rather than our campaign.aptivata.com site. So make this a part of your everyday contest setup, and you can do it for every single promotion that you create within Aptivata. The reason for this is when I enter a contest and I share it, then that redirect traffic, we want it to go back to your site. So again, back to the basics, bear with me here. We go to publishing options, embed on a web page, and there's this section for a URL where we can redirect that traffic to. So I want to redirect it to our examples.media contest page. And the nice thing about this, we're looking at our promotions grid here, but Aptivata is going to recognize that when I hit examples.media/contests or whatever your contest page is, it's actually going to pull that contest out of here and present that automatically. And I'll show you what I mean right here. Now, a question that we get from a lot of our newer admins or people who aren't familiar with the Aptivata backend is what should we select for redirect on mobile? Now, most, if not all sites of your accounts are mobile responsive. So if that's the case, you want to keep it as no, because what that does is it prevents Aptivata from redirecting to a mobile optimized page within Aptivata. So by selecting redirect on mobile, it's going to make sure that it goes to your mobile optimized page. So keep that in mind there. And if you have any questions about it, you can click the tooltip and it will let you know. All right, so now that I have it connected, everything auto saves, I click it And now it's going to take me to examples.media/contest. It's popped out the contest and I can enter to win. So keep that in mind in every single promotion that you set up, that you want to redirect that Ulink back to your site. Now, an even handier tip is if you have, oh, let's see, oh, it pulled me into another account. But if you have the promotions grid installed on your site, you can actually just add, in our case, examples.media/contest to your promotions grid, and that redirect will begin happening automatically. So keep that in mind there. So make sure your Ulinks are linked for a lack of a better term here. All right, let's jump back to our presentation and see what we have coming up next. All right, so we have added a new reporting tool. Well, a lot of you actually have this reporting tool in your account, but we've just extended it to every single account within Aptivata. And this is a handy tool to let you know what's going on in your account. And then if you are a admin of a market or a parent-child relationship account or a group or a super admin of several accounts, this reporting tool is going to come in handy. So again, let me jump right back into the admin. Let me make sure I'm set up on a page that is good to go here. Let's do this one. I'm just pulling up an account that I have set up for this. So one second. All right. Let me jump back into the admin here. Thank you, you guys. You all are being patient with me, whether or not you can chat in right now or not. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so what I'm talking about is this new reporting tool. Well, sorry, the reporting tool, we've had this for a while. A lot of you already have it in your account, but again, we've extended it to everyone. But let me show you what it does. So I'm in a dummy account right now that I've set up. And in this reporting tool, it's going to show you reporting for individual individual accounts. So if you need to see how many promotions were live, let's say somebody in the higher up said, hey, how many promotions did you run in the month of August in your account? Then you can quickly select that and check it out. Same with promotion performance. How many entries are they getting? How many new users have you acquired? What kind of actions have these users taken? You can do that at the account level. Now, if you're an account with a parent-child relationship, and what I mean by that, if I jump to the account manager, you have a setup similar to this where there's a parent account and children account and even grandchildren accounts, then this network stats tab is for you. And again, you can play around with a lot of the different things that you can pull here, but what I wanted to show you on this call is the network active promotions. Now, with this, what you can do is you can fetch a list of promotions active in a network that were live at some point during a time frame. So depending on what applications you have access to within Aptivata, everyone on this call should have access to sweepstakes. You can come in, you can pull in sweepstakes, and you can select the month. So let's see if I can pull in a month that I actually ran some promotions on this account, and doesn't look like there are any. Let me jump into another one real quick, just one second. And while I do that, I'm also going to check for questions here as well. So looks like Ryan has been on the ball answering those. So let me go ahead and jump into an account and see what I can come up with here on this call. So let's see, I'm going to jump into reporting here and give you an example. All right, so let me jump back to the admin. And so I went ahead and select sweepstakes, and it says network active promotions report. Fetches a list of promotions active in a network that were live at some point during this time frame. So October 1st to the end of this month will be included. So I'll go ahead and fetch that report. And here we go. It's going to give me a list of promotions that were active that during this time frame. It's going to give me the app title, the app ID, and you can actually click that app ID and check it out and see what it looks like there. You can see now that this is where I pulled the teacher of the week from. And a link, so if the Ulink is set up to redirect it, you can go to the actual website. It's going to give you the date, the app totals, and of course, if it's syndicated, then the unique performance there. So a great tool to use to see how your promotions are doing across an entire network. And that's new. We've added that just this month. Some of you might have stumbled upon it, but we wanted to make sure that it was good to go. And I was excited to be able to announce that to you all on this call. So if you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, let's jump into some questions if you have any. The other thing that I wanted to mention is at the end of this call, we will be sending out a survey. Please fill that out. That helps us to know how to improve. It's a quick 4-question survey. If you don't want to go into great detail on some of those questions, then you definitely don't have to. We just would like to know how we're doing and how we can improve, because we understand you're taking out a lot of time in your day to attend these. So we want to make it worth your while. Looks like we have a couple of questions popping in here. Let's see, we got one. Can you see multiple stations individually on the report for the same contest, or does it give the total amount of all as one number? So it's going to show you the number of, it's going to show you the individual stations on that report. If you look at the syndication number, then it will show you the account that it was created on. So it'll show you the market account, and then you can jump in and take a look and check those numbers. All right, so is the Teacher of the Week promo available as a template? Yes, or excuse me, that Teacher of the Week, that one was created by that station. Let me check our templates here. Let me see if we have a Teacher of the Week template available. If not, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, that would be a great suggestion. Thank you so much, Chris. We're actually working with our designer right now to create a new template, so we'll definitely throw that in there. I missed seeing the end date on the pro football contest. Does it include the Super Bowl? It does not include the Super Bowl. That one actually is a separate promotion. That's an enter to win, where you enter the score. So we have the regular season that's going on now, the playoffs, and then the Super Bowl later. Another question, is the tire promo available as a template? That one is not. I pulled that from a station and they created it. Again, great suggestion. I'm actually going to write those down. So Teacher of the Week template and a tire giveaway. That would be very helpful. So check for those in the coming days. We'll be sure to get those added as templates. All right, are there any other questions while we're here? Ryan, if you'll go ahead and throw in the chat again, the giveaway link in case there are any latecomers to the party. Make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to win. And then Ryan will be pulling a winner here very shortly. So while we're here, let me see. We got the back to the basics registration in there. So make sure if you're lost at any point during this call that you will be, that you'd be inclined to sign up for the back to the basics, and we'll look forward to chatting with you there on Thursday. All right, it looks like Ryan has presented the giveaway link one more time. And let me Let me go back to my agenda, make sure I didn't miss anything. We talked about back to the basics. We have the Q&A, which we're in right now. The survey is coming at the end of this call. It'll also be in the email follow-up. And of course, these are all recorded and they'll be available on our help site as well. All right, let me, I think we've given enough time. So let's go ahead and pick a winner. Ryan, if you want to send that over to me. And of course, if your name is picked, then we will be checking the attendance. And if you're here, then you've won. If not, you guys are waiting. You all are waiting so patiently. And we have our winner. If you are available, I have the attendance list pulled up here. It is Brock Matthews from First Media Services. Brock, if you are here, raise your hand. All right, we have our winner. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this tips and tricks call. Again, we hope you find value in it, and we're very grateful for your attendance. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Don't hesitate to fill out that survey. We'd love to know what you have to say about these trainings. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.